Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Courtney, and if you're returning, welcome back. We're going to get into Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 3, Episodes 21 and 22. Y'all, we are almost there. We are almost in Season 4, and I am so looking forward to it because Season 3 has been quite a treat. It really has been. So we're not going to waste any more time, and I hope that you guys enjoy my reaction to Episode 21. So let's get on into it. She better strut.
I don't want any trouble here, Barkley. Because wherever you go, trouble follows.
Oh.
You're on duty.
Is that a fact?
Oh.
It is, and you'll observe it.
And stop drinking.
Why don't you do me a favor? Take yourself. Get out of my life.
Oh no. What in the world is this?
This is insubordination, Mr. Barkley.
Here's to insubordination.
Is this a training exercise?
Picard has a problem with me. You tell him to come and talk to me himself.
The rest of the crew is way too calm.
I feel your confidence, your arrogant resolve. It excites me.
Oh yeah, this has to be a dream or someone's fantasy.
Report to Cargo Bay 5 now.
It'll have to wait till later, darling.
Darling, we don't even know you.
Save program.
Okay. I knew something was so off. I mean, hey, it is the holodeck. You can do, I guess, whatever you want.
The guy's always late. He never gives his best effort, just slides by.
I think it's time we spoke to the captain about broccoli. That's what Wesley calls him. You keep that to yourself.
Oh, I was about to say, what?
Broken seal.
Oh, you better destroy it. Those samples will be tainted. Hey! Is it a problem for you to report to duty on time, Lieutenant?
Was he trying to sneak in? Not with that loud door opening and closing.
It's just that I had a very important communique which required my immediate response.
I don't want to hear it.
He was in the holodeck flirting with Deanna.
We're having an intermittent problem with this anti-grav unit. I want you to see what you can do.
I don't know what you got away with at your last posting, but this is the Enterprise. We set a different standard here.
It's actually kind of refreshing seeing someone on the ship who's kind of timid and not on top of their job. I mean, we see that in real life, so...
Everything looks normal to me.
Computer, activate anti-grav unit.
Ooh. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Well, that's another container we have to dispose of.
I'll disassemble it later, Commander. Well, I mean, of course I shouldn't do that.
He can't explain why it did it.
It shouldn't do that.
There are just some people that are naturally timid in this, well, in the world.
I'm just not accustomed to seeing an unsatisfactory rating on a member of my crew.
Broccoli makes me nervous, Captain.
Not broccoli.
Young Mr. Crusher started that. I guess it's caught on.
Let's just get that uncaught, shall we?
Yeah, it's unprofessional.
I've examined Barclay's psychological profile. He has a history of seclusive tendencies.
He has made the same commitment to Starfleet that we all have.
Maybe he just learns differently?
Make him your best friend.
I can barely tolerate being in the same room with him, man.
Maybe try to just get to know him outside of the work environment? Maybe put him more at ease?
I've been planning to run diagnostics on the graviton inverters circuits.
I'd say we're in good hands here.
There you go, some positive feedback.
How about sitting in on the mission briefing with my senior officers in the morning? I'd like your input.
What on?
800 hours.
I'll be on time, sir.
I really hope so. He's about to have a panic attack.
Morning. Start your brains, gentlemen, and let's do it.
I don't see him.
Okay. Ensign Crusher will be putting in some hours with us this week as part of his training duties. Mr. Myers, be sure and teach him the difference between impulse and warp drive, please.
He'll do well.
Lieutenant Barkley has been working on the mystery of the anti-grav failure we had yesterday. Your preliminary report had a couple of interesting theories, Reg.
Care to share?
You gotta check the flow capacitor. Breakdown of that could have caused a chain collapse of the anti-gravity.
Wes, back off a little bit.
I was going to.
Good.
Should have told him to mind his own damn business.
Maybe he just has a hard time getting his words out.
Why are you so hard on yourself?
It's hard out there.
For a pimp. Let me stop.
Let go of it. Let me help you relax.
Oh, for heaven's sake. We're still in the holodeck. He's way more confident in this setting.
I'm in the mood for some place a little more unusual.
And what would that be? Oh my goodness.
I am the goddess of empathy.
I can see that.
Embrace love, truth, joy.
Okay.
Well, he's my new project.
Yeah, broccoli's a real project, all right.
Y'all are gonna slip up and say that to his face, and that's probably gonna set him off.
Why is Lieutenant Barclay being referred to clandestinely as a vegetable?
It's a joke, Data. You know, a nickname?
Which could be seen as bullying.
The nickname stops here and now.
Mm-hmm.
Captain's orders.
What in the world?
What happened to your glass?
Everybody's glass is leaking. Did I miss something?
The most probable explanation is that the glass came into contact with an unshielded power source.
That means a complete diagnostic check of the Enterprise power systems.
Well, let's get to it.
Do I have the perfect man for the job? Hey, Reg! Got another mystery for you.
Could he have accidentally caused this?
We need to run through the power systems to see if there's a leak that caused this.
I was going to do that. To try to explain the anti-grav unit failure.
Then it is possible that these two very disparate incidents could be related.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
I wouldn't bother you with something that's minor, Commander, but it may be a symptom of a more serious problem.
It was Lieutenant Barclay who first suggested a link between the two incidents.
Will your investigation affect our available power during the mission?
No.
Good. I look forward to your report, Mr. Broccoli.
Oh, geez, no. Not you of all people. You of all people. Captain Picard, go to the corner.
A reversal of vowel and consonant. Bark to Brock.
Data, not now, honey. You of all people. On this ship. You just had to do it.
Do you ever talk to him?
He doesn't talk much.
Does he have any friends?
Not that I've seen.
No friends.
Yeah, well, I'm not so lucky. I can't let him be. He's my problem. He just doesn't fit in here.
Reminds me of Turkham, my mother's brother. Everybody told me to stay away from him.
Did you?
Of course you didn't.
My mother tells me I remind her of him, and I probably do. The idea of fitting in just repels me.
Yeah.
If I felt that nobody wanted to be around me, I'd probably be late and nervous too.
You know what? That is a good point, Geordi.
Computer, where is Lieutenant Barclay?
Oh no. Ooh, it's about to get interesting.
Beverly?
Good morning, my lord. Master Barclay will spank you if you misbehave.
Master Barclay. Oh, I was half expecting him to walk in on him and Deanna.
Cannot withstand our assault forever, Barclay!
I'm not mad at this at all. This is funny.
Say you will yield and it ends here. I shall speak with my sword, sir.
Not him looking bored.
Who is that? One of your allies?
Not that old trick. I'm very disappointed in you.
Surprise.
I just can't cut it here. Now, as far as I'm concerned, what you do in the holodeck is your own business. I don't think everybody would appreciate your imagination like I do.
There you go. Take the advice.
It is kind of unusual recreating people you already know.
Well, it was just...
Coping mechanism?
I needed to blow off some steam. One of the officers had been getting on my back. It was you.
Yeah.
I just couldn't tell you what I wanted to tell you to your face, so it just sort of got out of control.
Maybe you ought to talk to Counselor Troy about it.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
You don't know what a struggle this has been for me, Commander. I am the guy who writes down things to remember to say when there's a party.
Oh.
You're just shy, Barclay.
Just shy.
He's probably heard that a lot in his life.
I need you in Transporter Room 3, Commander.
I really do want you to talk to Counselor Troy.
He has a crush on her.
I didn't do anything I haven't done 100 times before.
Is he doing that, or is this doing it on its own? Oh.
Glad I don't have anywhere to go.
Right? We've seen how a transporter malfunction can mess someone up permanently.
And we don't know why only Transporter Room 3 is affected. None of the other transporter rooms are malfunctioning.
Advise Mr. Barkley to join us on the bridge immediately.
Have you ever been with a counselor before?
Ooh.
Yes. No.
That was loaded.
Most people find a counselor intimidating at first. It's okay if you feel that way toward me.
Oh no, he's feeling something else.
Now, lean back. Close your eyes.
Why?
Oh gosh, he's gonna read into this wrong.
Close your eyes.
What are you going to do?
See, look at that face.
Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and let it out through your mouth just as slowly.
Much better. Oh, yes. I'm going to practice that, and I'll let you know.
There was more to it.
Where is Mr. Barkley? It's past 1400 hours.
Oh, he's late again.
Lieutenant Barkley is in holodeck 2.
Why?
I'll get him.
No, I'll handle this.
Uh-oh.
Counselor, you'd better come along.
Oh no, everybody's gonna see something. Okay, so nothing weird? Okay, a little weird to them.
This is a violation of protocol. Crew members should not be simulated in the holodeck.
I don't think there's any regulation against...
Well, there ought to be.
I thought he made that up.
To suddenly destroy his only means of escape would be brutal.
Shall we have at them?
No, we shall not.
On guard!
Stop it. Put that down.
Your sword, sir.
They don't have any.
Do I detect a streak of yellow along the good fellow's back?
I know they had so much fun with this one.
Number one!
Number one! Here I come!
Oh.
Am I late? Did I miss the fight?
On guard!
Where's Barkley?
You challenged the greatest sword!
In all the holodeck.
In all the holodeck.
Mr. Barkley will find out what it means to be threatened. Computer, discontinue image of Riker.
Oh.
Just tell us where to find Barkley.
Was that a no?
You want us to search through all this to find him?
Barkley is preoccupied.
I am the goddess of empathy.
Finally.
Oh my God.
Discard your facades. Computer, discontinue.
Computer, belay that order.
Oh.
Quite a healthy fantasy life, wouldn't you say?
Use your own words against you.
Our velocity increased to warp 7.25.
The matter-antimatter injector's locked for a split second.
But I'll return to engineering immediately, sir.
Yes, I should say that you should, Commander. It would be wise to consult Lieutenant Barkley on this latest incident.
I'd like to very much, Captain.
We just have to find him.
Cast aside your masks and let me slip into your minds.
Oh dear.
Muzzle it.
Ooh. You know, Deanna angry is actually a nice change of pace. Is he taking a nap? Oh, he's with Beverly.
You had a chance to get some help from the real Counselor Troy, but instead you went back in there.
I didn't want to.
Oh, he wanted to.
Look, I know how easy it is to get caught up in it. I fell in love in there once.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I need you out here, Reg.
Yeah, you have a job to do.
The injectors aren't responding to the diagnostic commands.
I think we should drop out of warp.
Uh-uh.
Controls are not responding, sir. The mechanism is physically jammed. I can't clear it.
Oh, great.
Speed increasing, sir. Warp 7.6.
So what caused all this?
We can't shut it down, Captain. Antimatter flow is increasing.
That's okay. That's what's doing it.
Approaching warp 9, sir.
Oh, jeez.
As far as we can determine, the injectors are just physically jammed.
I've got nothing.
What's the connection?
Begin evacuation of secondary hull. Prepare for emergency saucer separation.
I was going to ask if that would work.
An emergency saucer separation could rupture the warp field.
Dang.
12 minutes to structural failure, sir.
These minutes are going by real quick.
What if one of us is the connection?
Us? How?
Keep talking. Keep talking.
What if we're transmitting something ourselves by touching it or something? You might have passed it on to the injectors when you were realigning the magnetic capacitors.
Oh.
Both of you were present in the cargo bay when the anti-grav failed.
So was O'Brien.
Come on, y'all, get it together.
List all physical substances that wouldn't normally be picked up by an internal scan.
There are 15,000.
Dang.
Great, and how many of those can exist in an oxygen atmosphere?
532.
Break it down more.
When it comes in contact with glass?
5.
Salt scutum and Invidium. Wait a minute, wasn't Invidium used in medical containment fields?
The Mikalax might still be using it.
And one of those canisters was broken.
Oh.
There's a good possibility we picked up some Invidium from a broken canister in the cargo bay and have been spreading it around the ship.
Ooh, I love y'all's gloves.
Nothing on the tricorder.
What?
There it is.
Oh, perfect.
If we can get the Invidium down to minus 200 degrees Celsius, it'll become inert.
Recommend we flood the injector pathway conduit with gaseous cryonetrium. That ought to neutralize it.
Well, let's hurry up.
I can't guarantee that we'll be able to regain control.
We don't have much choice, do we?
None.
Structural failure will occur in 45 seconds.
Oh, heck no. Hurry up.
Minus 200 degrees, sir.
Injector status?
Matter injector is online. Antimatter injector still locked.
Dang.
Structural failure will occur in 30 seconds.
Oh, come on.
Antimatter injector online.
Yay. I swear, these close calls.
Nice work, Jordy.
Mr. Barkley and I thank you, sir. I recommend we set a course for Starbase 121 for a complete systems and bio decontamination.
I would recommend that as well. See, you are useful. You should feel very proud of yourself.
It has been most difficult to reach this decision to leave you.
Oh.
You'll always be welcome here, Reg.
That's why it's so difficult to leave. End program.
What? What? You know what?
All programs filed under Reginald Barkley.
Oh, we're moving forward. That's good.
Except program 9.
Okay, well, he's got some pep in his step. I couldn't figure this one out to save my life, and that's why I like it so much. Barkley's character, I really liked his character. And the reason why I like him is because he's very realistic. I was that quiet kid. I was that shy kid. When anyone would ever call on me to answer a question, I would say it, but I wouldn't put like a lot of volume to, what I was saying. So I was kind of quiet. I get it, don't get me wrong. I was outgoing with like my close friends and things, but I can understand why this would be hard for him, especially considering the fact that he didn't feel like he really had anybody. And I liked the conversation with Guinan and Geordi because she literally said, well, he's nervous. He has a nervous nature about him. So of course he's going to sometimes be late, or I guess in this case all the time, be late and be very timid. Geordi and Riker really come across as very no-nonsense, which I appreciate because they're on a starship. You should be no-nonsense. But you could kind of tell that they didn't really understand Barkley as a person because his personality is so different from theirs. And I'm glad that they were able to have that moment where he was able to help figure out what was going on, because I completely forgot about the canisters leaking. I was thinking in my brain it had something to do with the way he was trying to fix the problem with the anti-gravity device, that, what I'm trying to say. I thought that that's where the issue was, because we saw him taking things apart and trying to fix them. I thought that was the issue, but no, it was the actual gas and a substance that they're not used to seeing and dealing with on the Enterprise. So that did make sense. I'm glad that they eventually stopped calling him Broccoli. However, Captain Picard, my goodness, sir, of all, I know I kept saying this, but of all people to slip up in front of him, I would have thought it would have been Geordi or Wes or even Riker. Nope, it was Captain Picard. And that scene right there, I was just too through. I actually really did enjoy this one. And of course, with him being in the holodeck, that got me there at the end. I swear, the way that they edited this episode, the way that they put it all together, I just really could not tell sometimes. Like, are we in the holodeck or are we on the bridge? Especially that last scene. That last scene really got me. And when I think about it, everybody's acting in that was really good. I did think to myself for a split second, y'all aren't really showing as much emotion as I thought that you guys would in this type of a moment. I get that with Barclay, you guys weren't very, enthusiastic about him. I understand that y'all probably don't want him on the Enterprise, even though he was helpful, but I would have expected a little bit more emotion out of them, but I don't know, maybe they were just over it. Nope, he was in the holodeck again. And I like how he was saying bye to them in a way of saying, you know what, I'm putting all of this behind me and I'm actually going to go and interact in the real world with the actual folks that I work with, except for that one program. What program was that? Yeah, guys, personally, I actually quite enjoyed this one. It was mysterious. We have a character that's very, very timid and shy, something that we're not always used to seeing on a starship because everybody is usually so on top of their job. And you're just thinking to yourself, how in the world did you wind up over here? I mean, I know we got that backstory, but yeah, I actually quite enjoyed this one. So we're going to scoot on into episode 22, and I hope that you guys enjoy.
We are procuring 108 kilos of hytritium from the Zabalian trader Kivas Fajo. Lieutenant Commander Data has been shuttling the material to the Enterprise.
I hope he stays safe.
This will be the last trip, sir. The remaining cases of hytritium are now being loaded.
If you'll just acknowledge this last load, Commander.
Oh, no. Now, y'all know that is not normal.
26.8 kilos tripolymer composites, 1.3 kilos bioplast sheeting.
Wait, what? They did that on purpose.
Flight pattern.
Nope. Don't accept it. I don't believe it. They're messing with the wrong one.
We detected no malfunctions before the explosion. Everything seemed to be running as smoothly as the other flights. Were you able to save the pilot?
Of course not.
I would like to analyze your sensor readings of the explosion.
Compared to the Enterprises, our sensors are rather primitive.
It doesn't matter. We still want them.
How much hytritium did we manage to bring on board?
81 kilos.
Do you know where we could obtain some more?
That may be difficult. The only source I know is in the Sigma Irani system.
Transfer of information complete.
Thank you for your help.
I don't trust it. See? Got my poor Data just laid out. Oh, no. We're moving.
What am I doing here?
Yeah, I knew you were lying, sir. Oh, you need to send him back to the Enterprise.
It took great effort to bring you here.
He's not deaf.
Am I to infer that you intend to keep me captive?
Captive. Oh, it's such an inappropriate description.
Well, you kidnapped him.
You will be catered to, cared for as you never have been before. Your every wish will be fulfilled.
That sounds so sexual.
I have no desire to remain here.
It's so single-minded, isn't it?
Very persistent.
But it's very polite, which is a very nice touch.
Him, not it.
Then I am forced to attempt escape.
He's stronger than he looks. Oh, come on.
Then you will have to open it for me.
The disrespect.
This is a proximity-actuated field. It's very bad for the brain paths in the long term.
Yeah, we can tell.
This is the very first pacitile ever created.
So you like to steal.
The smell? Bubble gum. I preserved the scent. What?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I thought they were extinct.
Extinct. Good.
Poor baby.
She is the last surviving member of her species.
Oh.
There. That is your place of honor.
Oh, absolutely not.
Sit.
Or what?
You are the crown jewel of my collection.
He plays an unhinged character very well, I'll give him that.
I think you should be flattered.
I am not, sir.
I think you should give him back.
The Andorians wish to make a bid on the shipment of Tellurian spices you offered.
They've had 4 days to decide. Why do they have to decide right?
All right.
But I consider this captivity a hostile act on your part.
You get used to it.
Ooh, the hubris is astronomical.
I can't believe he's gone. Yeah, but I always thought he'd outlive us by centuries.
Oh, he will, most likely.
That was a gift from the captain. And he should have it back.
This is hard to watch because, I mean, he's fine. He's just kidnapped.
These are some of Starfleet's highest honors.
Oh, yeah. He's good like that. Aw, we know what that is.
I keep going over and over the accident in my mind, trying to figure out what went wrong.
But aren't y'all always recording things even in the shuttlecrafts? Well, we need to change that feature, if not.
Kivas wishes you to wear this set of clothes and to sit in your chair.
The Enterprise is certain to find me.
They're not even looking for you. They think you're destroyed.
They'll figure it out.
They'll find exactly what they thought they'd find. Traces of your component elements.
Oh, that's what you were doing.
Is it part of your program to seek out vulnerabilities in your enemies?
Are you my enemy?
Oh, very much so.
Kivas finds ways to get what he wants from his people. His punishments for disloyalty are equally...
Oh no. What did he do to you?
Face it, android. He has you.
He has us both.
Yeah, y'all could work together. Gather a team.
No explanation at all.
Oh, yeah, there's one. But I don't believe it. Pilot error?
Yeah, that's not what happened.
It's not only hard to accept with data, it's impossible. It just doesn't make sense. And I like for things to make sense, that's all.
I do too.
Geordi, maybe if you got a little rest.
We shall be reaching the Beta Agni system shortly. And I expect you to be rested.
I think that's a fair request.
Sometimes there just aren't any explanations.
No, this one has an explanation.
For an android with no feelings, he sure managed to evoke them in others.
That was a good line.
He was a man, taken for all in all. I shall not look upon his like again.
Aww.
Lulu.
Ah.
Lulu. You are not in Starfleet any longer. It's time you adjusted your program to accept reality.
Yeah, not happening.
Tell me, Data, have you killed yet?
No, but I am programmed with the ability to use deadly force in the cause of defense.
How can you just casually accept your role in murder?
Don't twist his mind up.
Can't you see how much better it would be for you right here? I'm your liberator.
It is a pity you have used your verbal skills for mere hucksterism and the advancement of your own greed.
Mm-hmm. Tell him again.
Perhaps you would not judge me so harshly if you knew of my desperate youth. Wasted on the streets of Zimbalia.
Your past does not excuse unethical or immoral behavior, sir.
I agree.
No, it doesn't matter. Isn't true anyway. My father was quite wealthy, actually.
Had a feeling you were lying.
You are going to be much more of a challenge than I had first thought. Phenoplaque, 100 dankers.
A who?
Here is something for your logic circuits to analyze.
Seriously?
In seconds, it will completely dissolve that uniform.
Really?
Personally, I'd be delighted to see you go around naked. I've invited a guest to meet you, and I expect you to be as entertaining with him as you have been with me.
Oh, whatever y'all end up doing to him, I hope that it is just very entertaining for us and very painful and unpleasant for him.
Proceeding with departure. Enterprise Shuttle Bay 2 prepared for docking. Level 1.
He cannot be comfortable laying on that like that. His poor neck.
I did miss something.
Well, I'm glad you figured it out.
I've been concerned about you. Because I know how I'd feel if I was asked to replace Data at his station.
Here she goes.
Promotion due to the death of a crewmate is commonplace on Klingon ships.
But this isn't the Klingon ship.
They love pointing out the obvious to Lieutenant Worf.
I honor Data's memory, as I did Lieutenant Yar's, by attempting to perform their duties as well as they did.
You know, that is an excellent observation. I completely forgot this is his second time being promoted after someone passed.
Proceeding with departure. Shuttle has cleared Jovis Cargo Bay. Level 1 precautions remain in effect.
He didn't report the shuttle clearing the cargo bay of the Jovis.
Nope.
And the other pilot might not even have bothered, but Data?
He's a creature of habit.
Maybe something was wrong with him. Sure wish I could talk to the last people who saw him alive.
Who says you can't? But there you go. So not a visual recording of everything, but an audio.
Mr. Data, I'm delighted to see that you dressed for the occasion.
He had no choice.
Say hello to my very good friend, Paler Toff.
We
need to be shy.
We know he's just trying to show off. And stop picking your nose back there.
It's a mannequin of some sort. This is not a mannequin. This is Data, the only sentient android in existence. I don't find this amusing.
Oh, wow.
I demand that you behave normally.
He doesn't have to listen to you.
I knew you could hear me.
Ooh. Nice job, Data.
Do not be upset, my friend. I'm having a delightful visit. Come along, Varia.
You'll regret this.
See, he doesn't like to be embarrassed and made to look like a fool.
A Class 2 probe has been loaded with the hytritium compound and is ready to launch.
Mr. Data, scan.
Oh. He's got to get used to it temporarily.
According to these figures, the 81 kilos of hytritium should be enough to neutralize the contamination.
Launch probe.
Oh, I thought there was a problem.
I tried him entering water table.
Number 1, perhaps we better take an away team down and have a closer look.
Dr. Crusher, join me in transporter room 3.
Yay! Finally! We get to see her do a little something extra in these episodes. Last episode, she was just caressing, Barclay. Oh, he got the Mona Lisa?
I would very much like our relationship to change.
No, negative.
Why couldn't you just comply? Why do you have to argue all the time?
You are a kidnapper and a thief.
Couldn't you just go sit on the chair? Go sit on the chair.
I feel like there's something more to that chair.
Oh. Have you ever seen one of these, Data?
What is it? Like a phaser?
It's a disruptor.
Oh, a disruptor.
The Veranti disruptor is banned in the Federation.
Tears a body apart, inside out, and does it very slowly, too, by your phaser standards.
I see why they're banned.
I've always wanted to try this. How long have we been together, my dear?
14 years.
14.
Girl, that's a long time. Get out.
I'm going to miss you.
Oh, gosh, no.
Fajo.
Oh. I thought the chair was somehow gonna keep him sitting there permanently or something weird, like it was a high-tech chair, but never mind, it's just a regular chair. Hopefully she turns on him now.
The contamination's been neutralized.
The process of neutralization should have taken several hours.
And it really was lucky, wasn't it, that we were able to find hytritium when we did?
Aha, I see where we're going with this.
Fajo was in the right place at the right time, just when we needed him most.
Mm-hmm.
The cost of producing tricyanate is very expensive. He wouldn't make a profit on it.
Then why would he do it?
So you could get data.
A noted collector of rare and valuable objects, including The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh.
The gears are turning.
Rare and valuable object.
What if Data wasn't on that shuttle?
Thank you. There it is.
Set course for the site of the shuttle pod explosion. Warp 8.
Aye, sir.
Ah, our team is so good.
If I help you escape, will you take me with you?
Absolutely.
The consequences if we are caught.
I know the consequences. 14 years. You learn a few things.
And please don't double-cross him. She could be just proving her loyalty. I don't know what to believe.
Affirmative response from Station Laia 4.
Fajo spent more than half a day in orbit. Departed just over 7 hours ago.
Laying a course for Laia 4.
Course already laid in, sir.
Good job, Wes.
Once we're out, the shuttle pod will emit an emergency beacon.
I am trained in evasive maneuvers.
We'll need a few. Let's get going.
Why is she holding the weapon?
As soon as I start the escape sequence, an alarm will sound.
Wow, that was quick. Oh. I was gonna say, you don't seem like a killer. Oh. Huh, well, that was short-lived. Oop. See, you should have picked that up sooner. Come on, Data. Help her out. Oh, hesitation. He's still gonna do it.
It's your fault.
Shut up. No, it's not.
Well, there's always another barrier.
What?
You won't hurt me. Fundamental respect for all living beings. I'm a living being. Therefore, you can't harm me.
That's cute.
You will entertain me, and you will entertain my guests. And if you don't, I'll simply kill someone else. Their blood will be on your hands, too. Just like poor Varias.
Stop trying to twist this. You're the problem.
Murder me. That's all you have to do. But you're just an android. You can't feel anything, can you?
All right, stop talking.
I cannot permit this to continue.
You can't fire me. No.
Well, at least he took one of the weapons with him.
I'm reading a weapon in transit with Commander Data. It seems to have discharged, sir.
Oh.
I'm deactivating it.
Oh, that's good. Because he was pointing right at y'all.
Please arrange to have Kivas Fajo taken into custody.
Mr. O'Brien says the weapon was in a state of discharge.
Perhaps something occurred during transport, Commander.
We're going to sweep this one under the rug.
Oh! If you come to see me repent, you're not going to get any of that from me.
He loves to hear himself talk, doesn't he?
You're the collector now. Me, I'm in a cage.
That's not what this is.
Just don't count me out too quickly. I had you in my collection once. I can have you there again.
Doubt it.
All of your stolen possessions are being returned to their rightful owners.
Perfect.
It must give you great pleasure.
I do not feel pleasure. I am only an android.
Nice job, Data. I definitely enjoyed this one more than I enjoyed episode 21. Both of them I did enjoy, but this one, obviously, you know, is Data focused. How can I not enjoy this one more? Because, child, if it's certain characters in this where I'm just like, you're not gonna mess with them and get away with it with me, it's Data's one of them. Y'all know how I feel about Mr. Data. The idea of Mr. Data just sitting there being obedient and just being entertainment for this man's friends who come over to see his collection. Okay, come on now. We know that's not gonna fly. Data is too advanced and too intellectual to be, I mean, just how insulting can you be? How insulting can you be to Mr. Data? Just ridiculous. I really thought Sis was going to get out of there and be able to live her life away from this whole situation. But considering they took the time to explain what the disruptor does, in a way, in the back of my brain, I was kind of thinking, I want to see what that does to somebody. I know, I'm terrible, but I did want to see it, and unfortunately, she did die, but it was, yeah. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the episode with our gentleman who's mute, and he had his chorus, and, well, we remember what happened to them. It reminded me of how they died. It reminded me of that. And of course, I mean, we remember Yuta's death as well, what happened with her. But in this case, it was with a disruptor. So I really wanted to see the differences between using a phaser and using a disruptor. So that was neat. Good job on Jordy's part, because you could tell it was really affecting him. And of course, we want him to be well rested and we want him to be able to focus. But I completely understand. I mean, Data was your friend. He was such a good friend. And I can understand why that wouldn't sit right with someone. Obviously, I'm thinking, okay, they have to have some type of a recording, right? But again, I was thinking something like a recording where we could see people's actions, not just hear an audio recording. But the audio recording was helpful because, like he said, Data is very by the book, extremely by the book. He is going to do things the proper way, or at least in the way that meets Starfleet's expectations. And just that one little detail was all it took for them to realize that something just definitely wasn't right. YouTube family, if y'all are seeing this version of my outro, then that means that I definitely accomplished my goal for the day. And my goal for the day was to finish up season 3. So that means you are going to see this hoodie in the next 2 videos. So just know that I watched 6 episodes and we're going to move on into season 4. So with that being said, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please hit the notification bell so you guys know whenever I upload, and I will see y'all in the next one.